Welcome to episode 201. I'm Bill Snodgrass, and in this episode we're gonna talk about the concept. I don't even know what to call it. The difference between just getting something done and doing something in such a way that you get something out of it. Thanks for joining me, and let's get this thing started. So, episode 201 about, I feel like there's a word. I feel like there's a word for, it's like work integrity or effort integrity or something, where you're not just doing something. You're not trying to just get done. You're trying to actually get something out of it. Excuse me. Anyway, I got a couple of things. Follow up from episode 200 that are noteworthy. One is, I said this was episode 201, and episode 1 was January 1st, 2018. But from October 15th until December 31st of 2017, I was making videos still. And so this is kind of like right now. Well, last week was like 1 year of being a pseudo serious YouTuber, and also the 200th episode of season 1, which, repeating myself, started in January of this year. I have some very loyal subscribers who come watch pretty much everything, and then I'm getting some traffic off of YouTube search and Google search. So things are growing. I had, about this time last year, I had 50, 60, 70, I don't know. So it's been a good year, a lot of growth. I've learned a lot. Doing things, getting things done, getting something out of them. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. So I have some things to do that I need to get something out of and put something into. The more you put in, the more you get out. What else? That's the start of this one. I'm gonna drink my coffee. I got a protein nut bar thing. Today is parent conferences tonight, so I will be here. I got here about 7:15. I will be here until, it's gonna be a 13-hour, 14-hour day, 13 and a half. I will leave at some point and get, food, because that's what I do. Too much intro, not enough go. Time to go. I gotta go. I may talk to you some more in a minute. You know how I do. I get like an idea and I can't keep it in my head. So that's what happens. All right, so I literally have like 1 minute before students get here. I have 2 minutes, but I want to pick up on this idea of what was I talking about? The putting something in and getting something out. I'm also going to turn some lights on, so we're roaming around the room. And I just had a conversation with my one of my colleague teachers, and this is kind of the epitome of the idea. We have these assignments sometimes. We do these assignments, these sort of discovery kinds of assignments. And we have one that we're doing today, and we did it yesterday. And he was commenting on kids who just wanted to get it done. And because it's a discovery assignment, the whole point is to sort of discover something. And he said the kids were missing the point because they were so interested in just getting it done and getting it right. And so I wanted to just kind of throw that in here in the video, because that's kind of the epitome of what I wanted to talk about today. You're not trying to just get it done. A lot of things, there should be something that you get out of it, whether it's, a recreational activity or something. I'm about to hit the bell. I'll talk about more about this, like I got lunchtime coming up some point today. So, all right, I'm going to welcome these young people, get the music back on, because for some reason they think that's cool. I think it's cool. See you in a little while. Welcome to lunch. Alright, I gotta go fast. Oh, that is so not crooked. Straight. It was crooked, not straight. I got a lot to talk about during lunch today. So there's a guy in we have a class called advisory. It's so where we talk about things that are that had to be awful. So today's topic was on work ethic. It's that kind of class. The guy in my class is named Alec, and that's the late lunch bell. So anybody not at lunch now is late. Alex says to a classmate, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. He's giving advice. And he says, I should just do TED Talks. And I was like, that'd be all right. You should do TED Talks. And then he says, or I could watch, or you could just watch Mr. Snodgrass's videos. He goes, I watch them all. I was like, you're now one of my favorite students. And I told him, I said, not only should you watch them, but you should just leave a comment of some sort. That would be awesome if you just leave a comment of some sort, because of the way the YouTube algorithm works off of comments. He said he would, so I told him he was going to be in episode 201. So we went on to talk. We were talking about, I was playing some music, which I do sometimes, or I often do, and Black Eyed Peas, Boom Boom, Boom Boom Boom, Pow, that song. I was like, this is a cool song. All right, now I'm a big fan of Black Eyed Peas. I like Black Eyed Peas. What I'm about to say, by no means is meant to criticize. I told my class, I was like, that era of music. Sorry about shaking the thing. That era of music was awesome. I'm placing that like in around 2008, 9, something like that, 2000, somewhere around there. It was awesome. There was you could say things like yup, and things like that could be song lyrics. And in that song, there is a lyric. I've heard this many, I've heard it for a long time, 10 years, I guess, 8 years, whatever, 9, something, long time. My beat is so big, I'm stepping on leprechauns. And I got to thinking, how does that come up? How do you get? Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechauns. How does that get into your song? Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechauns. And I'm thinking that someone lost a bet. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechauns. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechauns. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechauns. Leprechaun. I'm thinking that there's like a convention of songwriters who are sitting around, and the guy goes, okay, let's do this. We're gonna do this thing. You write a song with tears rolling down your cheeks. Okay. I'll write a song with tears rolling down the cheeks, but you have to write a song that says, I'm stepping on leprechauns. Work that into a song. Leprechaun. There's a challenge for you. Working that into a song. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechaun. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechaun. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechaun. I think a lot of country songs have that. I can't think of a single example right now, but there's like lyrics in country songs sometimes. I'm thinking like someone lost a bet and they had to write a song with those lyrics in it. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechaun. It's lunchtime. What's this video about? Remember, we're talking about putting yourself into things and taking the effort to make things great. You get out of something what you put into it. Sometimes you put a lot into something, you get nothing out of it. But that's kind of a negative twist on this video. I could probably make a whole nother video. Sometimes you pour yourself into something and nothing happens. And that there's probably some reasons that happens, or that nothing happens. But we're talking about activities that you do and you just blow them off and you don't get anything out of them. But we also have to talk about leprechauns, because that was on my mind.
So big, I'm stepping on leprechaun.
And I was so taken by it that I wanted to bring that up for lunch. Beat so big, I'm stepping on leprechaun. Y'all about to get hit with the boom. That's what he says afterwards. You're about to get hit with the boom. I'm gonna eat my lunch. We're not done talking about putting yourself into things and getting stuff out of things. We're not done talking about that, but we're done talking about it now. And I'm done talking to the camera now. I have crackers. I have cheesy peanut butter crackers today, and a granola bar, and of course tea. All right, it is 6:45. I have 10 minutes before my next parent conference. We had a 30-minute break in the middle of the conferences, and then after 15 minutes, I have 10 minutes to talk. I want to wrap this up. So the topic of this video, getting out of something what you put into it. You don't just do something to get it done. If you're gonna do it, my dad always used to say, if you're gonna do something, anything worth doing is worth doing right. You know, that expression. And there is truth to that. There is truth to that. If you were trying to fix the brakes on your car, you wouldn't approach that to say, well, I just want to get it done. And I don't know, what's this screw for? What's this spring for? What's this bolt for? I don't know. I just won't use them. That would be a really bad choice. You don't approach things like that just to get them done. You need to do those things right. And where it's true in auto mechanics, and where it's true in, if you're a surgeon, you probably want to get it right. You don't want to just get it done. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I closed. I don't know if I fixed anything. There are a lot of things where just getting it done doesn't make sense. And here's the aha. Hopefully this will be an aha. Pretty much everything's like that. You don't necessarily want to just get it done. If you're going to the effort to do something, to read a book, to take a class, to do a report, to make copies for the boss, to whatever it is that you're doing, get it done and get it done right. If it's as simple as taking out the trash at a fast food restaurant, where I did that when I worked at McDonald's, I would take the trash out. You want to put the bag back in, not because it's just get it done, because if you don't, it leads to consequences you don't want to face. Doing things right will avoid consequences you don't want to have to face. I've distracted. I've gone off chasing a rabbit. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. You get out of something what you put into it. If you put effort and time and energy and a little bit of passion and enthusiasm into something, you're going to get a lot more out of it than if you just go through the motions. It's definitely true in relationships. It's definitely true in finances. It's definitely true in any kind of a business environment, and it's certainly true in an academic environment. Put your best into it. You'll get the best out of it. Thank you for watching. No offense to all the leprechauns.
So big, I'm stepping on leprechaun.
That's all. Leave me a comment, questions, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications. That's all I got for this one. I will see you in episode 202.